experiences that I've had starting up TV shows and films. So the first thing is, which is very weird, I don't know if it's just this business or what, but you get a call. You get a call, and sometimes it's from someone you've never met before. You don't know who's calling you, and sometimes you don't answer the phone like I do. I don't answer if I don't know your number. Sorry. And so then you return a call of someone saying, hey, my name is so-and-so. I'm starting up this project. I wanted to check your availability. It's so-and-so, starting right away or starting in 2 weeks. And just wanted to see if you're interested. Thanks, goodbye. Or you get a call from someone you've worked with or a friend, and they're like, are you available? And you just start Monday. And they don't tell you where, why, or when. They just say, hey, I got a project, let's go. And then you're off to the races. Sometimes it's that easy. But basically, you're either getting a call out of the blue to check if you're available, or you're working with someone and they've got a job and they want you to be a part of it, which is always, both are really nice that you're, being thought of to be hired to take on this project. So it's just a weird process. I've always thought, because you kind of agree in like 10 seconds. Like if you're talking to someone, you kind of agree like, okay, yeah, that sounds good. And then only in learning how, I should ask more questions, or, then you start saying, well, where does it shoot? How long does it shoot? What is the budget? What is it? There's a lot of questions that could go into your decision making. And you could hear one thing like, oh, it shoots in Simi Valley, which is would be like almost 2 hours from my house. Sorry, I can't take that project right now, but thank you for calling and thinking of me. Or you get a little bit further into the process and you hear your rate, or you hear something that's just not in your liking and you're not able to take the project. But basically you get a call. So you get an email. There are, people email too. But it is sometimes very informative of how you find out what your next job is going to be. You can post with the union and say that you are available. And if someone calls the union hall, the union will pass on names and numbers, emails of people who are available. So that also is another way. I don't know anyone who's ever gotten it that way. I'm sure it's happened. I just don't know who. I'm sure it worked out. I'm sure it was great. But I've never done that, nor have I heard anyone getting it that way. And it's probably the way it should be, which is so weird. You also, a lot of times it's not just the conversation that you're having with the designer on the phone. Sometimes it's the UPM calling to see if you're available. And then a lot of times you meet face to face, like the good old days, and you interview for the position. Just sometimes, just because they're checking your availability doesn't mean you automatically have it either. But there's an interview process, and the designer will then go into more detail of what he's looking for out of you and what his expectations are going to be and how he works. And, he's interviewing to see if he can trust that his vision will get processed through Set Decor with you. So that's another podcast of how a designer interviews someone. So I'm not going to get into that. But that's the first process. You get a call. Now you got a call. Okay, I want to do this. Great, thanks. Okay, now pass me on to the UPM. And then you start your deals. And then you start this process, which used to be a lot easier and now it's not. And it takes a while or a couple weeks and sometimes a month or so if you don't start right away to get your deal made. And what I mean by that is the rate that you're going to pay per week, and then whatever comes along with that, your box rental, which is your computer, cell phone, research books, your car that you get paid for because they're using your car for work. Sometimes you get lunches, sometimes you get cell phones. There's many things that go into this.